Hey guys, it's Audrey Markham. I am a Scentsy consultant and I am wanting to show you how I make my samples that I mail out and also the samples that I give away. There's plenty of examples of how to make samples here on YouTube. I know that Spice Dawn has this method for felt samples and other kinds of samples, and also Katie Farner also has her own how she does her little 3D stars. So I use both of those methods for my customers because I have customers that are not only local to my city, but there's also customers that I mail out, and I wanted to show you the method that I use for both. So here's some of the things that I use for to make my samples. Now, a lot of people are really intimidated at first when they first make samples. This is the new see if it'll focus. You're My Buttercup. I don't think the name's on there. This is the new scent that's coming out for 2016 spring and summer. A lot of people are really intimidated at first. When they first get their kit, they don't know how to make samples because they think it's too much or they don't understand the power behind them. I highly recommend making samples. That was one of the first things I did to get my name out there. I didn't even have my business cards when I first started. I just printed a label, put my name, my information, and I started handing them out to people just to get my name out there. The reason for samples also is just to get people to experience the wax in person. One of the things about Scentsy is that they have such awesome fragrances that are available in all these different scents, and they pack so much punch in just a little bitty piece of wax. So when you give people an actual piece of wax, it helps them to really appreciate the amount of fragrance that is packed in the little bitty wax. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I use to make my samples. Now I have two versions of samples. I have my little wax stars that I make, and then I have these felt samples. And of course you can YouTube the process on here, but this one, what I do is, this is a white felt sample, and I dip it in wax that I microwave, and I use my tweezers and I pull them out. I let them dry and I pull them out, and I have them on a piece of foil paper until they dry. Sometimes I'll pop them in the fridge or the freezer just to, speed up the process if I'm making a lot. But you can make a lot of samples using felt and just one bar. But I decided to split this bar up because it's a new scent and it's not even available yet. I wanted to split the bar so that I could mail these out and be ready for March 1st when it comes around. So this is one sample of something that I do, and what I'll do with this is I'll pop these into some plastic baggies. Now I got these baggies at Hobby Lobby. These are 150 clear baggies. I think I got them for $3 maybe. I know that Walmart has some really great bags for also around the same price range, and theirs are slightly smaller, but I got these from Hobby Lobby today because they are a little bit bigger, and they actually allow for the card and the sample to fit in there. But for the flat samples, I prefer to staple on the outside the card. This is my business card, so that way I can mail this out to everybody. Now the reason for the felt is if it melts in the mail, the felt will be able to soak up the wax and it'll reconstitute itself. So it's kind of nice to have these, especially where we live in Texas. It gets really hot here, so sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold. So it's really nice to have something that will be reliable in the mail, and it's really flat and very lightweight, so you can pop these in to any kind of mail outs that you do. Like this is one mail out that I'm doing as a thank you. They haven't gotten the new flat catalog, so I'm adding the new catalog in here, and then I'm adding a thank you card for their business, and then I'm going to pop one of these in there, so that way they'll have the new scent and be interested hopefully in hosting a party or buying or purchasing after March 1st. Let me show you how I make my other samples, which are the star samples. These are using my Buttercup samples. I bought this mold at Hobby Lobby as well. I think it was about $3, but of course I had my coupon. And it's a star mold, but the stars are really teeny tiny, and you can get a lot of samples. I think this one has, let's see, 20 on this one sheet, and you can get almost 2.5 of these sheets full of star samples from one bar. So that's kind of nice, and they make the perfect size. This is a star that I made, and it actually, these I prefer to hand deliver to people if I'm putting them in a local order, or if I'm meeting people. This is what I prefer to give to people because it's an actual piece of wax, just so that they can experience it, you know, and have their little bit of wax, since the wax is so good. So that was pretty much all. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.